What's up, comic book fans? I'm Randy Amorosa.
I'm Ron Dagan, and we are creators of Newcomb Comics.
George Dagan couldn't be here with us today, but he will provide commentary on the video.
But stay tuned. At the end of the video, we're going to show some comics and our website where you could get commissions done.
Let's get right into it. Today we're going to be breaking down our character from Intergalactic Deathmatch, the fucking fantastic
So Rocket.
From a young age, John Rain was captivated by the classical music of the 1970s. Growing up in the year 3257, Rain reveled in the vintage delights of times gone by. Recruited into the Space Force from the Marines, John began his stint by commanding an army against outside invading forces on Space Station 50. Given the nickname Soul Rocket by his comrades due to his love of soul music and incredible speed, John was thriving in his new role until a massive chunk of space junk slammed into him, damaging his spine and leaving him paralyzed. His only hope was a dangerous and experimental surgery to encase him in a bionic exoskeleton. With no time to waste, the doctors began their work. When he awoke some time later, John was delighted to realize he could once again move, but horrified at the realization that he was no longer on Space Station 50. The Overlord had stolen him away as a new contender for the top slot in the Intergalactic Deathmatch.
Hey, I'm George Dagan. I'm one of the creators and writers for Intergalactic Deathmatch. I just want to go over our first concept design of our Soul Rocket and let you guys know what the process we went through and how we came up with the final design. The original concept for Soul Rocket was done by Blake Mecklenburg. This right here is the exoskeleton concept, and we tried to go with a more organic exoskeleton with the final design. But as you can see, we went through many processes to get our final design, and yeah, as you can see right here, we went through different color schemes and hair designs for his hair pattern. But overall, we just backed away from that and just kept it more 70s, just not too outrageous. Yeah, with the overall aesthetic for Soul Rocket, we were trying to go with a more 70s theme military. But how the design went, we thought the bell-bottom jeans and stuff were too much. So with the final design, he looks more military because he's supposed to be part of the Marine Space Corps. And we're hoping that concept came across clearly when people seen the final design and stuff like that. As you can see right here, we have a 3D model of Soul Rocket. Our original concept for Soul Rocket was for a video game, and we're trying to bring that concept over to the 3D model as clearly as possible. As you can see, he did a great job making him how the concept looked, but we're hoping to down the road begin this video game journey again with Intergalactic Deathmatch.
And that was George talking about the original concept we had. Now the final concept that we settled on was done by Logan Maxson.
Yeah, Logan style was more what we wanted for our comic book, and he really got what we were going for with the whole Space Marine thing. And our inspiration behind Soul Rocket went more towards Mortal Kombat Jax and Coltrane from
Gears of War. He had that carefree kind of attitude that we like.
And so, what's your favorite aspect of the character, Randy?
I'd say my favorite aspect of the character is his gauntlets, because it has the the rocket thrusters on it, and he can really just smash their face in.
Yeah, we always like the good smashing. And with my favorite part, it's the alien technology of the spine and how the tentacle is going into his skin. And the top of his spinal cord is actually the brain of the alien technology that helps control his body movement. Yeah, with Logan, we have more characters coming in the future by him. He really helped nail our character designs. Right here, we are looking at 5 different concept designs for Silver Rocket's gauntlets. It was a toss-up between 4 and 2, but we decided to go with 4 because it had that more military design we were going for.
And we wanted it to look unique too, and not like too similar to what Iron Man looks like with his hand. We also had different, color schemes before we chose the final design. I mean, they could come into play later, but we liked the black and the gold. It seemed more fitting.
Yeah, it's like his 70s style type, like the gold.
Yeah.
That's why we kept that same color scheme from the original design a little bit. So we have a piece of that gold still in there.
And it looks good with his camouflage pants with the camo on the side.
Oh, don't forget, he does get to use that knife in some of his death matches.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and speaking of the military and the Space Force, we also wanted to give him, proper tattoo. Something similar of the Marines, but our own take on it.
A funny story, we went on Facebook and we got a complaint from the tattoo. Someone thought it was actually the real Marines tattoo.
Yeah.
Then
until they zoomed in and actually looked at it closely.
He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake."
Of course, we also wanted him to have his dog tags, but we did more cyberpunk futuristic look instead of your traditional dog tags. We went with the holographic design, which I think that might have been Ron's idea.
Yeah, I wanted that, like Randy was saying, that cyberpunk feel. And how Logan made these dog tags, he did a really kick-ass job on it. Right here you see the close-up of his head and see the gold headband and the 70 sunglasses and the hair pick. We really wanted that 70 feel. Right here is the big finale of the concept. So he did an awesome job with the close-up of the gauntlets, the full body, and the headshot.
Overall, he did a fantastic job with the design. So with issue 1, we chose Soul Rocket, of course, as our cover fighter. And Alzir Alves, he did all the artwork for the cover and the issue 1. He did a fantastic job. And what we wanted was an in-your-face kind of action shot with Soul Rocket, which is, him smashing the fighter's head in.
Yeah, with the whole concept starting out with the sketch for this first issue cover, it's technically wasn't our original design because what we were going for, we wanted just showing Silver Rocket's gauntlet up close, blood dripping off of it. In the background, you could see the VIP section of the Overlord. So
he's looking on to Soul Rocket.
Yeah, so he was showing us the designs, and this is the one we went with. We might use that old design in future issues.
And for issue 2, we actually hired another artist. He did the penciling. His name's Rodell Nora. And he did a fantastic job with adding a lot of detail to a lot of the scenes and the way he did his panel setup.
And we had LZ help with the inking and color for the second issue as well. And adding that color detail made the characters really pop.
And both their art styles, like, together, just it blended perfectly.
It's a good team.
In issue 2, we also kind of give, I guess you can say, a backstory to his time when he spent with the Space Force. He actually, meets up with an old friend of his, Angel Sanchez, and we thought that was great to give him, interaction from buddies he served with.
And it's not just all about fighting. We want to make sure the characters have their backstories and what happened and where they came from. And with the arrival of Soul Rocket at this nightclub, if you look closely, it's another fighter that's making an appearance called Johnny Nova.
And yeah, the billboard of Johnny Nova, it says, versus Lockjaw. That gives you a hint to the next fight that's going to be featured in the next issue.
Yeah, we came up with Lockjaw right off a Sparrow Murmur thing. And the design we went for, it turned out pretty good also.
It's perfect. So yeah, in conclusion, I mean, you'll see Soul Rocket's story expand a lot more with the future issues.
Yeah, with issue 3, it's going to be very interesting. And you get to meet some new characters. And hopefully you guys will enjoy where the story's going.
Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for our next episode when we talk about our next fighter, Bloodbath.
And don't forget to get these kick-ass comics. Go to our website, newcomcomics.com. The link is down below. So if you want commission art, the link is down below. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for our next kick-ass fighter.
Be sure to like and subscribe.